The number of COVID-19 cases is on the rise in our country and has many people wondering what life in lockdown is really like. What's this new normal going to look like? Shireen Sham is a Canadian living in Italy. She joins us to shed some light on the situation there and what it's like. Shireen, good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
March 9th is when Italy went into full lockdown. How many weeks have you and your family been isolating? And walk us through what's a typical day for you and your girls right now.
Well, school was out, like they blocked off school about a week prior to the whole country being locked down. So all the schools, especially in our area, were all off. So we had about a week with no homework. So it was a big party for the kids. And now recently, since in the last week, it just arrived this morning, also the week's homework. So the teachers do a great job of sending out the homework that's separated into days, how much to do per day, and which activities to do. So basically, I just have to manage my children, which is not a big stretch because they're manageable. And then,
Go
yes,
ahead.
sorry. No, and another thing that they've done, which is a really lovely thing that would encourage all the Canadian teachers to do if they have the chance to do this, is they've been sending messages to the kids, like group messages from the teachers saying, we love you, we miss you, our arms are open wide to you, we're going to give you such big hugs when you come back, don't worry. Even my daughter's kindergarten sent her every night the teacher sends her a good night story, sends to all the little kids a good night story, 5 minutes long. And my daughter gets, oh, she can't wait to go to sleep because she wants to hear the good night story from her teacher. So it's a very familial attitude in the schools here, and I really appreciate that as a parent.
That's a bit of online life. Now, you can go outside, but from what I understand, you need a slip of paper, and you have a printed one you're going to show us, and explain what you need to fill it in and how it works.
Well, this is basically it. It just says your name and your information, and it tells what you are. So you have to show it if the police stop you. And yesterday I was out for a run, and the police drove by, and because I was alone, I just gave a little wave, and they, gave me the head nod, and I continued running. But I've heard of people who were just walking the dog with two people, and because they weren't standing more than a meter apart, the cops say, hey, you have to stay apart. So they're being quite strict as to how it appears. And basically, you just have to check up what you're doing. If it's for health reasons, urgent necessities like going to the supermarket. So my husband was about to go to the supermarket, and I said, just wait, I want to be able to show this paper. So here it is. And he's waiting to go to the supermarket.
You bring up grocery stores, and I know that the stores are limited to grocery stores and to pharmacies being open right now. But tell me about accessing groceries.
Oh, it has been zero problem. I think there was one day when a few supermarkets in Milan were missing the fresh meat in their department. But otherwise, everything's been available. The toilet paper, I read it on the Huffington Post in Canada. They said, hoarding toilet paper is not good in a pandemic, experts say. And I'm like, well, even the non-experts say that. So guys, chill out. And I don't know if it's because we have smaller apartments here, so there's less opportunity to hoard stuff.
Yeah.
We just don't have the space. And also, people are just kind of being reasonable about it. Like, we asked our elderly neighbors, if they needed us to pick stuff up for them. And they're like, oh, I've got enough for the next couple of days. So nobody seems in a big panic.
I think people are concerned as we're just starting our sort of routine of self-isolation here. What's it like to not be in contact with your neighbors? And how are your kids adapting at home?
Social media makes that a lot easier. For once, I'm thankful for social media for my children because they're able to Skype with their little friends and show them around their bedroom and chit-chat with them. Even my 5-year-old was like, I want to talk to Anna. So there's, they have a way of chit-chatting with their little friends, just like how we keep in contact. I keep in contact with my Canadian family the same way through Skype calls and everything. So that's okay. And we've been doing lots of little projects, letter writing to friends that we haven't seen in a while, and we wave from the balconies with our neighbors. They did a really nice initiative across Italy where all the kids have to make a rainbow and post it on the balcony so that as you look out to the other houses that are surrounding you, you can see that everybody's having the same mentality. So it's lovely. Just
before we let you go, Shireen, what would be your advice to Canadians who are about to enter self-isolation, some of them in quarantine, in terms of the rules and the precautions we're being told about right now?
I would say be kind and be ethical, which doesn't always mean the best thing for our economy. Sure, we're all losing money. Everybody is. And I think if we go into a panic about that, then people get ugly with each other. So if we can be kind and look out for each other and do the ethical thing. If you're feeling a little bit sick, don't go out and spread it, even if you just listen to people that are trying to get you to do the ethical thing, because otherwise there's no way out of this. It's not It's not as big a crisis as we seem to be making it by being a bit hurtful to people who we think might have the disease. Just be kind.
Shireen, I want to thank you for joining us from Italy, and best of luck with your continued lockdown.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to subscribe here.
And you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.